morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Hey, Richard. Hey, Mark's here. Nikki's still here. You're not asleep yet, Nick? And Joe, I think, came in early. Johnny's here. Hey, Johnny. Um, who else I missed? Cobus. Anybody else? And Tip. Am I saying that right? Is it Hip or Tip? Are you still here? Or did you go? Anyway, good morning, everybody. Um, let's see. Started off as usual. Health good. Um, Nothing changed. What is the house? They're over there today. They had moved all the scaffolding. The guy had started another job, the one that was doing the carport tip. Okay, uh, and so he hasn't started over there, which is no big deal. He's probably going to take 4 or 5 days, and that's not going to be a problem. Um, they did start building the island in the kitchen, so that should be done today. I'll go over there after today, after I'm done with this live. I'll go over there and see what's going on. But everything looks great. It's got, like I said, it's kind of a bummer now. Yeah, I didn't think so, Johnny. And I'm glad to hear that too. Hey, what's up? Um, so anyway, so everything should be moving along. It's just kind of a bummer because when you get there now at the house, they're doing the door. They're the two older people that I hired, couple, to do the door, are just meticulous as heck. And I mean, she's in there with little toothbrush, cleaning everything and sand and everything. I mean, the door looks awesome. Like I said before, I've got quite a bit more into it than I thought I was going to. But when you drive up on the house, when that stained glass and leaded glass is in there, it's going to be the focal point of the whole front of the house. So well worth the money, I guess. Good. Well, could I have spent the money on other stuff? Yeah, you bet I could have. Hey, Gary, how you doing? Hey, David. If I miss anybody, and Richard's here. You like that intro? I can put you in touch with the guy that did that for me, Richard. Richard's a good one. Um, and I still haven't, and I'll try later. I still haven't quite figured out how to. I tried to zip that file, that of some of this the scooter riding and stuff, and I just can't figure it out. I'm half a moron when it comes to this the computer stuff. I'm lucky I can turn my phone on and off. Hey, Craig, and Nikki's still here. Just wanted to say I must sleep. Do you sleep at all? You're like Mitch, for Christ's sake. Yes, I sent a screenshot. I was sent a screenshot by a friend, Richard. Yeah, I kind of figured it wasn't you, Johnny. I'm glad that you popped on and uh, I'm glad you popped on to put that straight. At least Richard's here and he'll know. Channel message me if you have any. Okay, cool. No worries, Dave. I'm busy with Chris Parker, retired working. Yeah, I bet that's gonna be awesome. I've only started watching him maybe the last month or so, right before he went back to the United States, I think. So however long that was, a month or so ago, and got back and watching on and off, on and off. But he looks like he's a good guy. I know he does a lot of charity stuff. I know that he's pretty much got semi crucified for doing good stuff. It's amazing. People thoroughly amaze me. Um, but anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward to it a lot. Um, let's see, dirty old man, how you doing? Everybody's just saying hi, hi, hi. So yeah, that's what I was saying. The bummer of it is it's so close now. The house, once that carport gets up and they do the driveway. Today they're also leveling and doing all the land, getting it ready for landscaping and the concrete for the around the house and the Thai kitchen on the one side. So I'm still going to say it's going to be close to the end of the month. Maybe, and I might do a video here. What's today? Tuesday? I don't even know. Anyway, thank God I'm retired. Um, I think within the next few days, if they get a lot of the inside stuff done, because the granite guy, once they get the island, which should be done today, I can have the granite guy come over and measure up everything, so that he can get over there to start doing that. The tile in the kitchen is okay. It's nothing special. Um, it'll work. It's perfect. The brother already started on the cabinets. What he's done is all they've done is I know in a lot of houses I've seen they put in they put concrete and left like holes in the front of the under the counter in the kitchen, and then they put doors on it and finish the inside and, and that kind of stuff. He's all I've got in the kitchen for the counter is just the concrete sticking out, no supports going down to the ground to the floor at all. And the one brother that's doing the custom cabinets, he's making cabinets to go. They're all wood that are going completely under that. So they're going to be actually supporting the top concrete and the granite and that kind of stuff. So it's all going to be there. He doesn't need any. I noticed on some of them they put tile on the exposed concrete and that kind of stuff. I'm going to need none of that. So it should be nice. And once he gets going with that, he started I think day before yesterday, and like I said, he's going to make them at home and then transport them there and put them in. There's some that go up on the above. There I am. Now I'm back. I don't know what happened. Can you hear me now? Anyway, I'm back. uh, Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. I guess the internet somehow came up. I haven't had any problem with the internet, but like I said, this computer that I bought, I can't hardwire in. So I think I got to get rid of this computer and get another one. Maybe I'll have Richard help me with finding what I need. But anyway, so I'm back. Everybody can hear me. You can the everything's working. Okay, he's back. All right, Gary's saying the sound and the video are okay. I don't know what I did with my beard's kind of cattywampus. I think I need to cut that part. Uh, hey Robert, how you doing? So anyway, I think I was talking about the house. So as of the end of this week, which I think today is Tuesday, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. They should have the land should be all leveled and ready for landscaping. The guy I'm hoping should be there this week to start on the carport and the cover for the Thai kitchen. The granite guy should be there probably tomorrow or the next day to measure up everything. He'll probably put the granite in maybe Monday or something like that. And then I'm hoping that the brother that's doing the cabinets will be starting here shortly. Like I said, he's making them at home, but should be bringing them over to the house to install that. Thanks, Richard. You're the best, man. But I don't know what computer to get. You know, it's kind of weird here because I'm going to actually give this computer to the IT guy at my wife's work. He does work after hours type stuff, and have him look because it's got the Ryzen 7 processor in there. It's got 8 meg of RAM. I'm thinking of maybe have him add 8 more and take a look at everything that's inside this thing. Maybe he can hook up an external hookup for me. I don't know. I'm gonna have him look at it. Worst case scenario, I want him to at least put 8 more meg of RAM in there. Richard, will that help me? Anyway, on editing, and I edited 4K with this thing, and it's a little bit slow, a little bit sluggish, but it did it. So what am I missing here anyway? Dirty old man, without a doubt, will affect. What are we affecting? Dirty old man, without a doubt, will affect people thinking of their retirement. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand money, gold, and inflation. Yeah, I heard gold's going up, right? Am I right on that? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let me go back and see if I can find out. Or is that inflation deal you did a video on, Tom? So you don't understand math. Yeah, I don't. I guess I don't. My one retirement's gonna probably be affected, but I haven't even started collecting it yet, so I don't know what it's going to do. But it's not one that I'm dependent on. So um, anyway, gig not memory. Is that what it is? Hey, how you doing? I don't know if I've seen you before. Vet, how are you? Um, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the RAM, I think it helps, doesn't it? I don't know. The memory, I think on this is what is it? 500 or something like that. But it's I don't know, the good one, not the. I don't know enough about computers. I'm horrible, but I do need help. But I'm going to give it to the IT guy and see if he can put something together. The only problem is I use it for everything, editing and all sorts of stuff. So I can't be without it for a week or 2 weeks or something. So I got to talk to him. I'll find out. If not, that I will. I will try to buy another one. I guess it's just everything that I've got right now is going into the house. Everything. It doesn't. Every single dime that I have, and it's all money that I usually use for living, but without smoking and I don't drink and all that kind of stuff. I need money for gas in the scooter and for the occasional, lunch or something when I'm out. Uh, she takes care. I give her money to basically take care of the house, buy all the food, do all that stuff. So that's already built into everything. So all the money that I had, I usually would keep, which would be like 20, 30,000 baht. And I would usually keep that for traveling, vacations, that kind of stuff. I'd put it together because I still would like to get down towards Pattaya again. I liked it. I want to go see everybody. Dave, what kind of computer? It's an off-brand Chinese, and what it was really bad because when I got it, I thought it was going to be I don't know, an Asus or whatever they're called, and it wasn't. It was like a knockoff. So I really don't know what's in it. Like I said, it didn't have a plug to be hardwired in, a Cat 6 or whatever they are now, cable, so I can't plug it directly in. I did order fiber for the house. I talked to my wife yesterday. So I said, can we get fiber at the house? He said, yes. I said, get it. Well, it might cost. I said, I don't care what it costs. Just put it in. So we're getting fiber at the house. That's nice. We're going to have 8. She showed me the layout. We're going to have 8 cameras, 2 in the backyard so I can keep on the fish pond in the backyard, 1 up and down each side of the house, 2 out front. So that's 2, 4, 6, and 2 inside, 1 in the living room and 1 towards the front door or something. I don't know, kitchen maybe. And they're supposed to give a price and come and do that. So I want to give it to Dirty Old Man. Back to that, give it to the guy. He's done the work on little stuff that I've had done on my old one, and this one kind of. When I got this computer, everything was in Chinese. It had never came up like all the computers I've had in the past, Dell or whatever I had. They've always come up, welcome to Windows. Put in your email address. Put in this, put in that. This went straight to Windows 10, and it was all in Chinese. So luckily I got one of my daughters to get it to where I could work it, and then he came over and got it kind of changed over. But I think I need to have him take it because half the time Thai comes up and I can't read what I'm supposed to be doing. So I gotta find out. It's Windows, and I've got the Ryzen Pro 7 processor. And I don't know exactly which one. I think there's a couple of the 7s, but it is definitely Windows. I want to see. Then everybody, hey, Trip. Mark, I've got a new MacBook. I've heard a lot. Let me see. I got a new MacBook Pro, and there is no Cat 5. Yeah, I don't know. Did they phasing them out or something? I just lost internet. That's the first time that I've lost internet. I'm on Wi-Fi here, and I've got over 200 up and 200 down. I did it with Mitch the other day, and I had 350 up and 280 something down. But the bandwidth, see, I don't know enough about that crap. I think I've had this discussion before. And if it costs more money, my wife won't tell me about it until I get fed up with it and say, we got to change companies or something. Is there anything better? And then she'll say, yeah, there is, but it costs more. And then that's when I say I don't care. Yeah, probably would. Yeah, it's Windows 10, I think. Let's see. You can add cat security. Yeah, hold on one second. I'll show you. I just got them. I just found them the other night. What I had used. These are them. These are the ones I bought. Dude. This is the one in particular. It's got 3 USBs, and then in the end, and when I plug it in, I get worse internet than I do over the Wi-Fi. Go figure. I don't know, because I only have 2 USBs. So on the one side, I've got one like this that doesn't have the cat, but it has the 4 deals, and that's what I'm plugged in over there for my mouse and stuff like that. I guess I'm just not privy enough to the crap. I don't know. But I need someone to actually look at it. Needs to be wiped. Yeah, and that's what I think the guy that the IT guy at her work that does the stuff on the side on the weekends, he's got a whole nother. That's what I heard too, and it sounds like you know way more than this stuff than I do, dirty old man. And I think he's got an American or USA or something Windows package or something. So I gotta give it to him and see, hey Al, how you doing? And see what he says about it, and if he can even. I think there's room to put in. Well, there's who knows, all these guys, dirty old man. Do you know if I add in 8 more meg of RAM, will that help me with my editing and stuff like that? Nothing to do with the internet, but will it help me with my editing, because it's really slow. It could be the processor too. I don't know, but I heard the Ryzen 7 was the one to get. Now that's probably different in everybody's eyes, but I need to get I need to get something decent. It isn't that I don't know. I mean, I'm retired. I got plenty of time for editing, but I'm always I'm anxious to get through it, and I should just relax and and do it that way. But those it gets a little. I'd like it to be a little faster. I don't understand why my obstacles. Those are extensions normally have licensing to the connections. God, I wish I knew what you were saying. That I'm not, like I said, man. I'm just not that privy to to all the high tech stuff. I can barely use my iPhone 8. I've had that for how long? 5 years now or something, and I still haven't figured out everything that it'll do. RAM will absolutely help. Oh, okay. With your memory. Okay, cool. I will give it to him, because I think that there's room to add it, because they offered this computer, same one with 8 meg, 16, and something 12 or something like that, but they didn't have the other 2 in stock when I ordered it, and I wanted to get something because I wanted the oldest daughter to have a laptop to start her college with. I think I have 8 mega RAM. Yeah, it is a solid state drive. It's actually 2 200s. It shows when I show up the hard drive, one of them's full already, and the other one's pretty much empty, and they're both 200 each, I think, or something like that. So it's right under half a gig or half a gig, I think. I don't know, but it seems to be okay. But I see I could add an external hard drive, right? And if I add the other 8 mega RAM, if it works, that'd be fine. The only thing that I don't like is I can't, the hookup. But I'm going to have top, the Wi-Fi that I'll have in the new house should be better than here. And that was the first time I've had trouble with it, was today. Wizards can build one. Yeah, he said he could. Cheaper with all the ports you want, chips, etc. Cheaper, the RAM is good, but your Ryzen 7 is great rendering throughout the 9. Okay, I'm gonna ask him, because he said before he could make a bunch of changes to even my old one, but he said you're still limited because of the processor. So he said it's really not worth it to do unless you're going to change the processor. And if you're going to do that, you might as well buy a whole, let me get you a whole another one or something. So I will, and I'll let you know. Are you using OS on the team? I don't know what OS is. What is OS? You got to remember, I know nothing. I push buttons when it tells me to. An external drive will be slower. Okay. Well, maybe I could just use, it seems like I have enough room on the drives. Maybe I could just use the external just to load some of the old videos and stuff on, and get a 2 terabyte or whatever, or 4 terabyte hard drive, and maybe just load stuff on their operating system. Yeah, I know it's Windows 10. That's all I really know. Operating system. Okay. Makes sense. Let me get a drink here. Excuse me. I'm overdue for a new laptop. 99. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. This one I just got, how long ago? Maybe, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, something like that. And like I said, it did 4K for me. It was just slow. So let's see. Yeah, so anyway, that's about it. Maybe I'll put up the invite here, just see if anybody wants to come on. Maybe Mark will come on. I haven't seen him in a while. See how he's doing. Let me put it up. There you go. Oh, there's the deal. Anyway, so hopefully I can get this thing fixed. I'd like to get a different desk than I've got the one here. It's kind of a cheap one. I was going to have the brother that's doing the custom cabinets build me one, but I'll have to see. Now Mark's here. Hold on, let's let Mark in. There you go. How you doing?
Sabadi May, everybody. Good morning, Dave. How are you? Good morning, chat.
How things going? You've been busy running around, I'm sure, with the house.
Yeah. So the house got my own use. So we've engaged a couple of different contractors to give us quotes on because, as you know, if you build a house over here or you buy a house over here, it comes with a very standard Thai kitchen, which is just a kitchen bench with no overhead cupboards, no cupboards, the cupboards underneath, but no drawers and stuff. So because we've bought a house that's currently under construction, it has the very basic Thai kitchen. So we're getting quotes at the moment for a European style kitchen, a kitchen that I'm a little bit more used to in Australia. Fitting out for entertainment units, fitting in all built-in robes in the 3 bedrooms. The bathrooms don't really need any work, so they've come all tiled and stuff. So we got to pick the tiles on the floor upstairs because downstairs was already done. A little bit of landscape gardening, a pergola, what Australians call a pergola, which I don't know what Americans call either a roof over an outdoor area.
We call them a pergola.
Pergola. So a pergola.
Pronounced Yeah, same thing.
or an old-fashioned veranda.
Because that's what I'm going to put. That's what I'm going to put. I think over the koi pond, because I might run just shade cloth
yeah,
instead of a
yeah,
complete cover, and do it that way. But I know that that's the same thing that they're doing right now. Is he's doing all the cabinets underneath, the cabinets up above, putting a cabinet above the more of a American or probably Australian or UK style kitchen than a
yeah,
Thai
yeah,
kitchen.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Thank,
good. When are they supposed to
thanks,
be
Tom.
done? If you move
So,
in before I do, I'm going to come find you
well, I'm
and
not
I'm going
going
to
to
put you in
tell
a
you then,
ditch.
am I? Am I? I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to have the wrath of Dave come down on me like a ton of bricks. They're saying mid December towards Christmas time. The contractors, if we agree to the quote, so one of them was meant to come back yesterday, but because the boss here wanted to add a few more bits and pieces, she'll probably come with the quote today. So you know what they do all the the modeling on a computer screen, and they show you they've got all the CAD programs, and they can change colors, they can do all that sort of stuff. So hopefully
Right.
they'll come today or tomorrow with a quote, and if we agree to the quote, we pay 20% deposit now. And if we go with this one company, which I really do like them, they reckon that they can have everything done by the 20th to the 22nd or 24th of December. So we thought that instead of moving in and then having a construction site in the house, getting everything modified and changed the way we like it, we'll take ownership of the house. So she'll get the blue book hopefully in the next 5 to 6 weeks. And then the contractors can go in before she gets the blue book. They reckon that they can do it pretty quickly. And then everything. So look, let's just say early next year, we should be in a fully completed home. So we'll see how we go.
Did it come? Did it come with the air conditioners, or was that extra too?
So it comes with 2 air conditioners. So what they've done, because downstairs is living room, is open plan. So living room and
Like mine, kitchen
and dining room and kitchen off to the side. So it's currently wired for an air conditioner above what would be the living room and another air conditioner that would be the dining room. But I'm thinking instead of running 2 small air conditioners, I'll just put in one great big
That's what I
kick-ass,
did.
one downstairs.
I put a 2-ton, 24,000 BTU, and mine goes. Let's see, how is this working? It goes this wall, then it comes over. This is my living room, then my dining room, then my kitchen. It's on this wall, and we'll see how it works. But I bought a 24 for that. I have a big master bedroom, an 18 for that, and three 12s for the bedrooms.
Yeah,
I could have went with smaller on the bedroom.
Well, so that's what I'm thinking, and that was because of watching you, and you were talking about it. And I said to my missus here, I said, listen, let's not put in 2 small ones. Let's just put in one big one. And then, so it comes with the house package, comes with 2, which was going to be one downstairs, one up in the master bedroom. So the other 2 bedrooms will need aircon as well. So I don't mind. Well, if we can engage with the contractor to put in the 2 extra air conditioners, it's all been wired for it. You go to the house, and there's, they've got little junction boxes, the flush fit junction boxes there, ready for the air conditioners to be installed.
That's what I had when I hired them, and I got a hell of a deal. They put all 5 air conditioners installed for 10,000 baht.
Yeah.
So it's like, I look at it, and coming from an air conditioning background, my brother put in a lot of split systems. I couldn't have got one split system labor for that price in the States.
And
Hey,
like,
Az, how you doing, Az?
Baldy Brian, Aztec Cobus.
Hey, Baldy.
That was the thing when we sat down with these contractors to do to redesign inside the house. They said, "Have you got a budget?" And I said, "Listen, I've built houses and I've renovated houses in Australia, my own personal houses, and I said I have a budget, yes, but how do I actually relate that to Thai baht?" So I sort of sat down there and quickly did the mental arithmetic, and I'm thinking, well, everything over here is about 25% of the cost as what it would be in Australia. So, so that's how I did it. And so we have a figure in mind, and I said that figure, which was about 400,000 baht to do everything that we wanted to do, 400 to 500,000 baht. And they didn't balk, and I didn't really balk at that price either. So we'll see what the prices come in at. But when you think about it, if I'm not working anymore, well, I am sort of doing a little bit of work, but I'm not earning a wage every single week or every single month now. So by saying, oh, I'm gonna put that off till next month, that was the way that I worked in Australia, because next month I knew I was going to get X amount of dollars coming in as a regular paycheck. I've got the money sitting here, so
Right.
I'd rather move into a house that's completed, and I don't have to worry about tapping into my reserves in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months down the track. So
But you said you 25% less
well,
to build,
I reckon,
because I bet you it's 100% for me.
oh well, yeah. As you know, labour is so cheap.
Yeah.
So what
Well, if
you
I
pay,
build without the pond and the pool, and I put the wall up, so let's leave the wall in there or whatever, it's still going to be under. She had the land, 2.5. So let's say at 2.5, how much is that US? See, 80,000 or something like that.
80K, yeah,
Yeah,
80K.
it would have been easy to build that house 250, 200, right around 200, over double. I would say double would be a good number in the United States. And I'll tell you what, they probably would have built it a lot differently. But if I had the choice between a stick built or steel studded built house in the U.S., I'd take this one any day. You'd have to have a nuclear explosion within a mile away to take that thing down. It's all steel and concrete. Where's it going to go?
Right? I know,
It isn't going to burn. It isn't going to burn. Nothing could happen to the damn thing. But I think if she wouldn't have had the land, I probably would have done the same thing that you're doing. I would have found a place in a nice community, somewhere between 2.5 and 3 million baht, place, and that would have been my budget. That was the way my budget was all along, even with her. Was let's try to keep everything under 3 million is what for the whole thing. But some people don't. They've got a lot of money. They don't care. Other people, you could get a single story house, I think, around here for what, $1.75 million?
$1.5 million. Yeah, that's right. Look, we went around the 3 million mark, but by the time I finish by the time we finish everything, it's probably going to be pushing up around to about the 4 million. But it's my last house. It's her only house, my last house.
But still, in US dollars, what is 4 million?
Wow,
120, 110.
It's
nothing.
It's about 130,000 Australian dollars. And
that's crazy.
And
what could you get in Australia for 130?
I can buy a car for that price.
Yeah, no shit. Hey, Down Low, how are you, man? I just noticed you were here.
G'day, Dale.
Johnny. Johnny was asking, moving on the house. Yeah, and you probably kind of heard they're getting along. They're doing they're leveling the land today just to bring everybody up. They took all the scaffolding down. The guy's supposed to come next week because he started another job. The guy that I hired to build the carport and the cover for the Thai kitchen. The fence should be done. They have to move an electrical pole. The electricians are coming in supposedly today. He said 3 days to cut in all the lights and do all that stuff. The air conditioners have already been. When they put them in, these guys, the air conditioning guys, they ran power to the cables, to the electrical that was going to the units so they could charge them and everything. So they've already been run and everything, which is cool. They're over 90% done, Johnny. It's like I was saying earlier, it's kind of, I don't know if it's good or bad, because when I go over there, it's almost like I could be living in here right now. In fact, I told my wife, if they put electrical in, and we put in the glass in the front door, because we haven't put the glass in because they're not done urethaning it yet. But he doesn't want to put the glass in because that glass was expensive, 40,000 baht for the glass. But if that was in, I'd move into that house. But she said, "Oh, we can't move in until the house is blessed by the the monk." And I said,
Well,
"You can't move into the house until it's blessed. I can move in
well,
there tomorrow."
I know our friend Warren
Right.
in Bangkok, or just outside of Bangkok. He's been in his house now, must be pushing, I don't know, 10 months, and he hasn't had his house blessed yet because of the situation. And I don't think too much bad luck's come Warren's way at the moment. I saw that on the news last night, Craig, about the OA visa going up, and which will go across the O-type visa as well, I'm sure, up to 1.2 million baht. Did you hear, is that retrospective? Because for me, coming into Thailand, I just had to show 65,000 by 66,000 baht income per month as a minimum.
That's what I do too.
So
you're saying it's going from 800 to 1.2?
Yeah, 1.2
Wow.
million. I saw that last night on the news. So I'm just wondering whether or not that's retrospective for us already OA visa holders. So not that it bothers me. No. Well,
or it's going to happen.
It was on. Someone had said there's an embassy and a consulate in Australia. So the Sydney consulate put it up to 1.2 million baht, but apparently the Sydney embassy, the Canberra embassy in the capital, is still got it at 800,000. But those two have never been in sync. They've always had conflicting information for want-to-be long-term visa holders for Thailand.
Can't even buy a crappy non-dated house in Vegas for 400,000.
What's going to happen is going to be good for Thai women. I think there's going to be a big rush on marriage-type
marriages.
visas.
You know what? The guy told me, now I get mine renewed in February 10th, I think I have to have it done by. And last time it was getting real close to, doing it. And when we asked the official there, he said, "You know what? It's a pain in the ass. And if you want to do it, we can do it next year." But he goes, "Now, if you want to," he said, "I would just do the regular retirement." Because I don't know, I guess you got to take a picture with your arm around your spouse in front of your house with the address, and you got to have this and that. It's probably not too bad because my wife, she can get stuff done immediately. But maybe it might be something I want to try. Not that I don't have it, but if something changes in my life and one of my incomes goes away or something like that, who knows? But what is it going to be? Is it going to be more than 400 on the marriage now too, or
no? Well, I don't know. But marriage is not that difficult. I have a good friend over in Hua Hin, and he's just celebrated 33 years of marriage to a wonderful Thai woman. Hey, and he said it's not difficult. Les from Retired and Living the Dream over here in Bun Pay, he's had a marriage visa now for a little while. He said, "Listen, it's a little bit of work," and Rob has told me the same thing. For the first 2 to 3 years, you've got to front up with pictures. The government come to your house and make sure that there's photos of us together and blah blah blah.
It should be. Maybe it would be. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask him because I'll go over there. Like I said, I went for my extension the same day I went for my checkup in the hospital.
Yeah.
We walked in, and 10 minutes later, I had my 90-day done, and I was out and on the scooter and gone. There was two people in there, and they were husband and wife or boyfriend and girlfriend affirming, and that was it. No other people in that new building. So maybe if I go over there and take Nitnoy with me and say, "Listen, we want to do this and do it now, start the process. What exactly do you want to see?" Then maybe I should do it, because you never know what's going to happen. Like I said, I've got 3 different incomes, and if one of them goes away, I would probably still meet the 67. But if it goes up to 1.2, I probably wouldn't meet that. So maybe it might be better.
Craig and Dowlow make a point, right? The other way is you have 1.2 million, and I haven't worked it out in Australian dollars, but I'm guessing it's around about the $50,000 Australian dollars. to have that sitting in a Thai bank earning 5/5 of
That's true. Of going that way.
overall, having that money sitting in invested in Australia is earning me a lot more than what it would be sitting in a Thai bank. So the interest that I earn on 50K would probably, be 3 weeks worth of living here, just on that 50K, or 2 weeks worth of living here.
Now, what do you have an OA, or you have an O?
OA.
See, I've got an O. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't think I have to have insurance or something.
At the moment, they're not saying that it's O type visas, but some of the comments that I've read online last night when I heard the news is that it's going to end up going across to the O type visa as well. They're going to start with us. What do they call them? Old geezer visas, which is the OA, and then they'll move to the O type.
No. Let's see, buy a condo and that surely accounts. Yeah, the only thing with that supposedly is that you can get it in if it's more than 51% owned or whatever, the land or whatever by Thai, then you can own the condo. My understanding, of course, check everything. My deal was she got in my particular instance, she got the loan herself. For years, we prepped for doing this because what I did was I put a lot of money through her to do all the pay for the house, the rental, the this, the that, everything, to where it gave her like 30,000, showing 40,000 baht a month extra besides what she makes. And after a year, when she went into the bank, she just told them it was a external, business she had, and they gave her 2.3. So she has a loan on the house. So it doesn't really affect me. It's her house. And in Mark's instance, the same way. Even if I paid the whole thing and paid it off, it's still her house. I'm on the book, right? Yeah. Which would probably help with the marriage thing that we both own a house together. But it's her stuff. Anything that I accumulate here in Thailand is going to go to my Thai family, and everything that's in the States is going to go to my family there, my kids and stuff like that. So, and I've already got stuff put away for them.
As tech, they are talking about what they call a entrepreneurs type visa, I guess, that you'd have to spend more than 50K, my friend, to get like a 10-year visa here. They're looking at, can you invest $1 million, not baht, into the Thai economy somewhere, and then they might reward you with a 10-year visa. But the other thing for you guys, the other thing that you can consider is what James Casino and Kevin from 30 and a Wake Up have done, where if you go down the elite visa path, you don't have to show that sort of coin in a Thai bank, and you don't have to show 65,000 or 66 or even 1.2 million baht per year coming in, under my understanding of what the Thai elite visa does. And you're exempt, I think, if I remember watching those two guys, I think you're exempt from having the health insurance. But me personally, why would you be in a foreign country without health insurance?
Yeah, just to enlighten everybody on that, because I didn't have insurance when I was here. When I went in for the 3 months, 2 months in intensive care with that tube down my mouth, it cost me 1 million baht. Okay, so it's that's just the way it goes. I was stupid. So anybody that's listening, for the money that it's got now, I got lucky after that because I did get married, and now I have insurance through her plus a policy and everything. So I'm completely covered. But if you're coming here and you have the money for insurance in your budget, which you should, get insurance. It's
look, we've all balked at. We'll insure our car, we'll insure our house, we'll insure our motorbikes, but when it comes to personal insurance, we all go, "Oh, I'm not going to pay for that." So, until you end up like Dave over here, over there, wherever he is there. And you end up in hospital 1 million baht out of pocket, which you can never ever reclaim.
It's crazy because if I would have had that, it would have cost me
exactly. Dale,
they pay over 80% is what through her insurance pays. So I've got to get my knees done and all sorts of stuff. So I have to find out if they're gonna. I've talked about it before, and of course I haven't pressured her to find out, but I'm imagining they have to take my pre-existing conditions. That's the way it is in the United States. If I get married to somebody, they have to take her
and
her
I know
pre-existing.
they're putting the insurance up to 3.5 million or 3 million baht for insurance, but I think we said this on another. I might have said this on another stream anyway on Warren's channel. I think that I've got my insurance already. It's still got 100,000 US COVID insurance, but my bum basic insurance to over here on an OA visa is 3.5 million anyway, and that was for 23,000 baht per year. And I'm guessing that's going to come down a little bit because they've now dropped the 100,000 US down to 50,000 US. So I might save, I don't know, 500 baht. Who knows? So it's not expensive over here.
No, he's got it right. Down low has a way that everybody. That's exactly right. Insurance is a total waste of money until you need it.
Until you need it, exactly. It's a necessary evil. You know, there's three things in life now. It's death, taxes, and insurance.
yeah, exactly. It won't change because it's just like I said. It's crazy. You're never really going to know. If I had a life-threatening, like if I found out tomorrow that I had cancer or whatever, and that I had 6 months to live, first of all, I probably wouldn't take any treatment. But if I was going to, and it wasn't covered in there, I would just go back to the U.S. But I don't want to leave my wife, especially if I've got 6 months left. What am I going to leave? You know. But I saw my wife, jacked up on that freaking, that crap, and it's a horrible way to go. Let me tell you. So I'm not going to take it. But if you're only going to be, I fell on my scooter and I skinned my knee and this and that. That insurance you need to have, because look at Uli. I don't know. He had his insurance, but if you get in a little slip like that without insurance, you could be down $1 million, $1.5 million baht, no problem. So what is it cheaper than the U.S. or Australia or the UK? Yeah. Of course it is.
Absolutely. But I mean, we're all retired or approaching retirement. And the body starts to. I can't run as much as I could 20 years ago. Thankfully, I can still swim my 4 or 5 k's a day. But eventually, I just watched my parents. I watched everybody anyone that's older than me start to go through, life changes because of their body is not as. No one's 20 anymore. You know what I mean?
No. Mine definitely.
But it's a personal opinion about insurance. It's the same as everything else. It's freedom of choice. But if you want to come over to Thailand, there's no point whinging and bitching about the conditions. You either accept the terms and conditions and the rules to come to Thailand, or you don't. And if you don't want to abide by the terms and conditions, don't come.
Don't come. Exactly. It's what you said earlier about a lot of the people on here with the green. When I first, because I don't know how to read the analytics. I'm just now getting to the point where I can read them, and now it has a thing in there of the age of the people that actually watch this channel. It used to be 95% between 55 and 65, 95%. Yeah. Now it's split between 25 to 35 and the 50, 60 range. Yeah. It's half and half, and which I thought was kind of cool. A lot of people, I know that I've made some friends and stuff through the channel and here in Thailand, and they kind of look for advice. I guess the older you are, the wiser you are. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think
you can't put an old head on young shoulders.
Yeah, and I think the younger learn. Right. I think the younger kids, they want to know, okay, what's going to happen to me when I'm hit retirement? What's going to be like for me and stuff like that. That's what I'm gathering. They're looking for, unless they just like old biker looking guys. But and the women part of it came way up too, which I thought was kind of cool. And I'm really close, by the way. What am I at right now? Where is it? 967.
Yeah, excellent.
So it's getting close.
So, Dowlo, I have a Honda Click here, but I haven't bought myself a big bike yet because I've got nowhere to store it here. We're currently living in a shop house, And so when I move into our house proper, I will be buying a bigger bike. I've got a short list of bikes.
You know what I was looking at? I was talking to Mitch about the one that Tony has.
Mr.
The
Mitch,
CB, the CB,
mate.
there he is, the CB 500X. And we were looking at him. You can get those. That's the same bike that Tony has, Bat Badger. And it looks like a perfect bike, a perfect slash adventure type. And the reason that I'm saying that, brand new, they're only 200. And you can find used ones with 8,000 kilometers, 2018, stuff like that for 125, stuff like that. And it looked like a hell of a bike. Tony's had his. Mitch knows better. How long has Tony had his, Mitch? 8 years or something?
Yeah, he's had it for quite a few years. He's just had a 66,000 K service done on the bike.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I don't think you can lose with Hondas, man.
No. I think the big Japanese stalwarts such as Kawasaki, Honda. Now Honda's always been a favourite bike of mine. I've had many Hondas over my lifetime. But Suzuki, Kawasaki, Honda are the three big ones. They're the big ones around the world. They're the big ones here in Thailand. But I am looking at a Kawasaki Versa, or even. Don't tell Mojo this, but I am also looking at the Africa Twin. But don't let Mojo know.
The thing about
I don't want him to roll over.
The African Twin for me looks like an awesome bike. I wouldn't lay out the money they want.
No, it is a bit expensive. But I
think you've got the exact two bikes. The Honda 500. If I would have had to buy a bike right now that I wanted, shifting bike, and I'd buy a Harley if I had the money that I wanted to spend that money. But is the Versa, the 650 and the 500 Honda. Yeah, I think that those will be the two I'd look at.
Suzuki make a good bike too, and I just can't think of the name of their bike. But it's the same as the Versa. I know Honda make one too, which is Mitch might be able to help me out.
NC 750.
NC 750. That's it. So they're the three bikes that I'm currently looking at: the Kawasaki, the Honda, and the Suzuki. Now I've had a Suzuki before. It put me in hospital too many times, so we're going to get rid of that one. Had a DR 400. I think Yamaha make a half decent bike as well, but I quite like either the Kawasaki, the Quacker, as we say. And
I bought mine. And if I was I didn't pay cash for it. I had Nitnoy bought it for me because I just wanted to make payments, in her name on the deal. If I would not buy here in Thailand, from what I've seen, if you know anything about motorcycles or scooters or anything like that, the way that people come over here, buy them, and then decide to go back to their country or whatever it is, they put 6,000 to 9,000 kilometers, barely break them in. I saw the 500s. You could get one for. They're 200. Mitch said they were, I think, 225,000. They have a 20,000, get back 20,000 on a promotion right now. And I know that the Forzas are one. I think I paid 175 or 178 new. But I would not buy a new one because we found an awesome one. We were looking. I think it was a 16 or 17 with 8,000 or 9,000 kilometers on it. They already had the lights and everything on the 500, and it was 114,000 baht. So if I was going to lay out cash, I wouldn't buy a new one. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say that, but like I said, you have to know motorcycles too, because I can go up and I can see a bike and see whether it's been abused. As the guy kept records when he had his oil changed, has he got a book? Has he got everything written and meticulous? Like I did when I bought my PCX, and that's what I would do anyway. I wouldn't buy a new one.
But saying that, Dave, even if you bought a bit of a bomb, labour is so cheap. They'd rebuild it completely from the ground up for pennies in the dollar, so to speak. I look at young Paddy Doyle riding around all over Thailand, and he needs I don't know, new timing belt or a new timing chain and 100 baht. No, don't quote me on that, but it doesn't cost that much. But again, I know a little bit about motorbikes. I've had them my whole life, so I would have I'd have a really good look at it. But I'm looking at a bike that's 3 years old, 2 to 3 years old.
Yeah,
For,
exactly. And like I said, the ones
around
that I've been looking in,
start, so.
yeah, that's in that range, they're only going to have somewhere between 8 and 12,000 kilometers on them. They're just broke in.
Yeah, that's right.
They're barely broke in.
As Mitch can tell you, every second-hand bike has 7,000 kilometers.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's a 1984 or whether it's a 2021, it's got 7,000.
Well, like I said, the one that I when I bought my PCX, the guy was he German? He bought it brand new. It was a 2012. It had 22,000 kilometers on it. He lived in Patong there, and right next to Kamala. I think that's what the name of the town. Anyway, one with the walking street. Mm-hmm. And he was a businessman. He'd been here like 8 years or whatever it was, and he had all the paperwork, every service that was done on the bike. The thing was immaculate and was one of the best scooters that I've had here. And I ended up giving it for a really good price to a friend of my wife's. But, I think you can tell that. And there's a lot of people that are leaving and had them and took good care of them, so you just have to find the right one and know what you're looking at. And I think you can get a hell of a deal. Half price.
7,000. It's amazing, isn't it, Mitch?
Now, Mitch, he just had some work done on his. So he says it's riding really good now. He had the front forks done and the rear shock's done.
His is a nice bike. I quite like Mitch's bike. It's
I think the money that Aerox is I like the PCX better, but for the money, I think that's the best bike to have. And I know Kevin bought the same bike, and I told him that when I saw him. I said you absolutely made the right choice.
I've got a Click. It's a 2018 Click, and I take it out every day because I go down to the beach and I go for a bit of a swim at the local pool. Then I go down to the beach and stretch out my calves. But I feel like I'm revving the ringer out of it, doing about 60 kilometers an hour. So
that little 2018 Scoopy that I bought, and I think they're 110, 110 cc's. And that thing will cruise all day long at 80, and it's not really screaming or anything at 80 kilometers. And for around town, and I thought, it's going to be the only thing I don't like about it, I have a Click too. I've got a 125, but it's older. It's a 2010 or 12 or something like that. But it runs really good. But I like this one 10 times better. The suspension on it is phenomenal. And the gas mileage decent. But I thought I didn't think it would be what I would want. And that's the only one I really drive. I drive the Forza every once in a while, but I'm ready to take off on the Forza. I'm coming your way. I think I'm going to come to Rayon.
Excellent. So my daughter, she has this year's model Scoopy, and I reckon it goes quicker than the Click does.
But that's the one I've got, the 2018 screams. I mean, and even with me and Nitnoy on it, we went on it yesterday to go look at, I was looking at some desks and take around the same thing, 80, a comfortable cruising speed on the thing around Sarin, 70. 75 kilometers, and you're still passing everybody because it's a city or whatever. So I like it.
The Click serves a purpose. I mean, it gets me the 6 or 7 5Ks or whatever it is, 7 minutes down to the beach. The local pool here is only a couple of minutes around the corner. So, and really. You're not speeding, but coming back from the market last night, the Sukhum bit was a little bit dead, so I thought, I'll give it another bit of a go.
Right.
It goes up to about 60, 65, and I feel like I'm revving the ringer out of it, so I back off. And then all of a sudden, you're at traffic anyway. So,
and the only reason that like I said before, I really, really like the Forza. I think it's awesome. As far as is it going to be a speed demon? No, but I'm not going to go over 90. Probably the speed limit, as far as I'm concerned, is between 90 and 100 on the open road. They have cameras. They have everything else. Why? I'm retired. Does it really make a difference whether I drive from here to Rayong and it takes me 6.5 hours or if it takes me 7 hours? Is it really that big of a deal? No, not to me. And when I'm cruising at that speed, I've got enough throttle to get myself, like I said in the video, to get myself out of any kind of trouble that happens. I've got enough power. It's got enough power to maneuver out of it. That's all I need. Now, if I don't want to, I've done this my whole life. It's like that's all I had. I mean, all I rode was Harleys.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So I guess to each their own. But a twist and go is the only way I want. I want to just cruise, and I've got a little deal that goes on the grip, so for a cruise control. I haven't put that on yet. I'll put that on, and I want to get it out on the open road. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 2 day there, 2 days to get to Rayong, 2 days in Rayong, 2 days back. So a 6-day trip, and just do half the, 3.5, 4 hours stop, then another 2.5 hours in, spend 2 days with you guys and everything, and then come back. My wife won't be happy, but that's just the way it goes. That's the way I got to roll. Thai drivers don't want to spend on the road. No, they don't.
No.
But
I mean, your head's constantly on a swivel.
Yeah, if I go down at cruising speed on that Forza, I'm probably done. So I just got to make sure that I don't. And like I said before, all the little extra, whatever you want to call them, the feelings I got on the bike when I was growing up, and the things that could have killed me 900 times and never did, I finally made the assumption that I will not die or get seriously injured on a motorcycle on two wheels, and that's just my personal gut feeling. But let's see, did I miss anything? Anybody asking anything? I've done this.
I like the Ducati too. I had a 999 once upon a time, but it was a pig of a thing. At anything under 120 kilometers an hour, it was a pig of a thing to ride. And it was expensive to maintain.
Back at the house, I have that 2000 or in the States, that 2003 Triumph Tiger 955i, and that is a beast. And it, as far as an off road or stuff like that, no, it sits too high, too much high center and stuff on it. But for just going down fire roads, I did the motorcycle camping with it 2 or 3 times, and that motor was unbelievable, 3-cylinder, and even the BMW guys, they just think they're the best in the world, and the Triumphs are a low. Now the new Triumph Tigers are awesome, but that's no good enough. They even say in their vlog, their stuff on the internet, on how much of a beast that motor is, and for them to say that they hate Triumphs. The guy that rebuilt mine was a BMW master mechanic. So he did mine because it has a lot of miles on it. But I paid almost nothing. You can pick up those bikes for damn near free, what I consider free in the U.S. anyway. I don't know what they're like here. They're kind of ugly. I don't know if you've ever seen one. They got these big, giant tanks with the 3 stripes on each side. I like the way they look. I like to be.
My ex-nephew-in-law, he bought himself one of those. So
yeah. For the money, it was perfect to get started. Why was I spent $2,500 US on it, and to get even a rundown piece of crap BMW was like $10,000, $12,000. It was like, I just want to try this out. I'm old. I might not even like pitching a tent or getting. I did enjoy it, but it was right at the end of my wife's life, and it wasn't the right time to do stuff. And then of course, as soon as she passed, I headed for Thailand, and everything else is history. But I still want to try that. I've got everything except for the same items after I did that video on what I have for camping wise. I still need the sleeping bag, the tent, about, I don't know, 8,000 baht, maybe something like that, maybe 10,000 baht. And I'm going to try, because we're getting into the cooler weather. I think this morning it was 68 degrees. What happened? What are you laughing at?
Sorry. You've got someone on the channel that Mr. Mitch, he's been setting up tents in the morning.
I've been pitching a tent this morning. But yeah, so I don't need much. Anyway, I'm going to try it because it was 68. 68 degrees here in Surin this morning. So now all of November, December, and January are the times where I could actually just have a fan at night and be able to sleep. So I'm definitely going to try it. And I think it'd make a good video too. Hey, Jake, how you doing?
Gator Jake. Hey, yeah. Gator Jake.
But yeah, I think it would be fun, And I'm not going to go in the solo stuff in the middle of the freaking jungle or something where snakes and bugs are. Or snakes and bugs everywhere. Yeah. These people, like I said before, in all these towns, I've been looking for places. If they've got flat land, they call it a campground, and you can come there and give them 100 baht, and you can pitch your tent and stay on their flat, mowed down land, like a little, RV park type thing. People, I guess, are figuring they can make money doing that, and they probably can. So I know that there's 3 or 4 of those right here in Surin. So when I do get set up, and like I said, the house is just about, it's draining me dry, then I'll buy the stuff and we'll go try it. In fact, my wife said she wanted to do it with the kids too, and that's another thing. They already changed it. The kids got bummed out because the school called and said, you need to be here. We're starting school on the 15th of November. That only lasted one day. Luckily, my wife didn't run out and buy bus tickets or whatever. I guess she could have changed them, but they've already changed it now to the 21st of November. So we don't know for sure when but they're going to be going back. I was hoping they were going to be here because I kind of wanted to move into the house as a family, for them to be part of that. And I still might do that because if we can move in on a Wednesday, I'll wait till a Friday and pay the money to get them brought back to Surin for the weekend and then go back to school. I want everybody to go into the house at the same time.
I'd love to take me and Gator Jake camping in the Australian outback or the Australian bush. With his culinary skills and my hunting ability, we could live off the land, snakes and bugs and all. Plenty of them in Australia too, Gator Jake. No alligators. We only have crocs here.
My wife would eat the bugs. Hey, Steve Vines, how are you? Long time no see. How you doing? Glad you could come in. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it'd be fun. There's only a couple of people that are doing motorcycle vlogs. Beer grills. That's it. But I think it'd be fun. I don't know. We'll put it together and see. Like I said, what still amazes me, that first Honda Forza 350 video that I did, with the when I bought it, when I put all the accessories on it, it's over 9,000 views. It gets more than any of my other videos every month. 1,700 views, 1,200 views, 1,500 views. I don't know how the crap works, but a lot of people, I guess, are interested in that bike.
Let me give you a pointer. If you bring the Forza down to the dark side of patio, there's a hairdresser down there, and if you had the Forza parked outside the hairdresser while you were getting the trim,
get a million views. Yeah, who else that I just watched went there? God, what was some other vlogger? I know that Icy went there. I know that Nick Dean went there, and I know that Esquire went there. And then this was an off-the-wall female vlogger, kind of controversial. I'm not going to mention her name or anything, but she went there. So that's four vloggers that I know that have went there.
Oh, well, hopefully her business is booming. Yeah, Dale, I used to work with a guy who had a book. He brought it into work one day about how to cook roadkill. Possum pie, kangaroo stew.
Yeah, Esquire was there. And I don't know that now, is there controversy between, I don't know, when I did you watch what's her name? Tita, her live stream?
No.
Anybody watch that?
I haven't. You know what? YouTube is full of controversy. So
well, you know what I mean,
is there controversy?
No,
yes.
no, I'm talking between Esquire and her, because a couple people just came flat out and asked her, "Are you gonna do this and that?" And she never said no. With Esquire getting back and all that kind of stuff, and she said, I think she said, "You never know what's going to happen." She did look good. She must have lost, I'm going to say 5 kilos. I mean, or maybe more. She looked a lot thinner. Her hair was longer, which I thought looked better. And she had like, I want to say 250, 300 people watching her live stream.
No,
But
okay.
I don't know what, but I know they're kind of, I don't know. The Esquire stuff that I watched was kind of, when you're in a relationship for 2 years and you really are in love with a woman, I don't think you get over it that quick, a month,
Nah.
month and a half. So I think a lot of it was look at me with this girl and look at me with this girl, which is something I probably do too. And maybe he's not doing it, but that's just my impression because he's upbeat and he looks happy, but whether he is or not, I don't know. But she did too. So anyway, I was just wondering if anybody watched that. Roadkill is legal even during the off season in Tennessee.
Because deep down, Mr. Mitch, we're all boys at heart and we love camping.
What did Mitch say?
I think when Dave gets a members area, a members only area, I think we can discuss your problem.
Yeah, is that's something I can do when I get to 1,000, right? I can have a members area, right? I think.
I don't know.
I
think you can.
I've been thinking about it
now,
because there's a lot of stuff that I censor myself on here, and I don't think you have to if you have a members area.
No,
I could be wrong.
You can say whatever you like on a members chat. So,
that's what I thought.
As far as I know. But yeah, Gator Jake. I was a mid-level manager, so I spent a lot of time in HR, learning the tricks of the trade of how to identify workplace bullies. And I have a theory about trolls and workplace bullies. They're kindred spirits. So these are people that are underachievers that have been overlooked for promotion. They need somewhere to take it out, and they'll either take it out in the workplace, or as I found out on YouTube, they take it out on YouTube as well. But anyway, so, enough said. Going to get trolled for that comment, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm sure that I will. I haven't had too much problem. I think maybe everybody kind of mellowed out a little bit, which I hope.
It's like fire, Dave. You need 3 elements. You take away any one of those elements, the fire extinguishes itself.
That's right. And I took all of it. I care less what they all say. Censored. What are the effects you're talking about? Ralph saying something. And Jake. What did I miss? I missed anything. Well, this song,
Ralph, there's certain topics, especially if you're a Thailand vlogger like Dave, that you're not allowed to. You can't even talk about. But in a members area where it's private and restricted, where it doesn't go out on the public audience, on the public stream, because you pay a membership, you pay a nominal fee to become a member, and then it's a little bit more open slather on what you can discuss and what you can't discuss.
Right, so, and that's what I'm looking. There's a bunch of stuff. That's why I wanted to get to 1,000. It isn't so much for monetization or whatever it is. What am I going to make? 10 cents a year? But I can do straight through YouTube. I can do live streams. I don't have to go through StreamYard and all the other stuff. And I guess there's a lot of stuff. So I just want to see. And plus, it was a milestone for me when I had 20 people. It's like, God, if I could get to 100, actually, back then, I thought I was going to be on top of the world. And now I'm looking at busting 1,000. That would be just awesome. And everybody that I've met, 99% of the people that I've met here on YouTube are good stand-up people, especially the ones I've met. They're all good people, including Mark, Mitch, Tom.
Oh, sorry, Ralph. Sorry. And Australians are the king of sarcasm, and that went straight over my head, mate. So, no, all good. Yeah, Mitch is out of control. That's true. But he's still got a tent issue, so all I can suggest is maybe a cold spoon by the bedside table in the morning. I'm gonna try that on my next video because I'm gonna put nude yoga. They'll probably take it down, but I'm gonna put it on my next one and see what happens, what clickbait is all about. But you know what? A lot of people, I bet, came over on that Forza video too. They wanted to watch. What is it? What did I miss? Oh no, Al unedited he's just answered Mitch's, I don't know, is it a medical problem? I don't know.
The full
Master Munga new name.
But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, but I'm ready to go. I know Mitch he's got I don't know. I took my PCX on 4 and 5 hour trips all the time. And I never had, any, any kind of problem with it. You could hold it at 100 kilometers, 90 kilometers would have been better. And because I only ride, like I say, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how hot it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got to pull over and have some water, get off the bike.
Yeah.
When I was younger, when we were riding in packs, you could only go basically an hour anyway, because a lot of the guys ran Sportster peanut tanks that only held 2 gallons of gas,
2 liters of fuel in them.
Yeah, so you had to stop. So I never really rode that. When I was by myself, I could ride a little bit further. But you got to talk about when I was younger, suicide shifts, rigid framed, panheads, knuckleheads. It was a different ride than it is today.
You've got a few knuckleheads on this channel, I think.
Yeah, see, I guarantee. Nick says, I guarantee you'll have 1,000 subs if you do a nude yoga.
I don't think Az wants me to do nude yoga either. Even though I'm feeling ripped, as I've lost 6 or 7 kilos.
Oh,
my God.
Yeah. So I am looking forward to hitting the road and doing it. And I might do, if I take off at 4:00 in the morning, 4:30, which I'm up anyway, I could probably be in Rayong in 6 hours.
Yeah,
so what would that be? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 o'clock. So the real heat wouldn't be too bad or anything. So I might try that. Like I said, she's not gonna dig it at all, but I want to get out and do something. And I don't want to go into Rayong, into Pattaya. I want to come to Rayong. And Tom already said that he would be my personal chauffeur.
Yeah,
so he's a hell of a guy.
And then we duck over to John Tiem.
Yeah.
Tom's got a place he's had for about 20 years on the beach where it's his own little Cheers bar where everybody knows him, and he's been going to that one little beach, and it's a really nice.
We were supposed to. He took that trip.
God, he's coming to Rayong in 6 minutes. Batten down the hatches, everybody.
But that's what our plan was originally. I was supposed to take the whole family and go with Tom down to that beach, but because he had went on his little walkabout, vacation, it kind of put a hinder on that. So I'm hoping the next time when I come with the family, we'll do that, because I'd like to. Besides, it's local people. I like to give local people the business, no matter what they are. If it's the little vendor on the corner over here or whatever it is, I've always tried to do that. Keep a lot of the stuff away from the big.
Has everyone got their poppy for tomorrow? Tomorrow's Armistice Day, everybody.
Oh, that's right.
Or as Americans, do you call it Armistice Day or Remembrance Day, or both?
No, I think you call it Veterans Day, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I think it is. Mitch might know.
Andy Stubbs in the house.
Hey, Andy, what's up?
Paul Fisher, greetings from Pattaya. Welcome, Paul.
Are you leaving? Tip. I'm not going to get that right ever. Veterans Day, that's what I thought. That's
Veterans Day,
Yeah, it sounds normal to me. So that'll be a big day for everybody.
Yeah. But I am planning, once we move into the house, and then in April for Australians and New Zealanders, we celebrate the 25th of April, which is what we call Anzac Day, which is the day that the Australian and New Zealanders landed on the shores of Gallipoli back in World War One. So on Anzac Day, I've been in 2017 to a memorial up at, now I never get this right, Chanterbury. The Australian government maintains a war cemetery up there, and it's where the bridge over the River Kwai, Hellfire Pass, and all that. So I want to go up there again, because it was very moving to be there when the Australian Governor General was there in 2017, and we had a whole lot of diggers there as well. So I am planning a trip back up to that area again in Anzac Day in April. So cool. I'll do that on the bike.
Cool. Now, when are you planning on? You're going to wait to get any kind of motorcycle for yourself until after you're settled into the house and
So
everything's done?
I'm happy. We've got the car and I've got the click. So I'm happy just to scoot around on that. So if I go anywhere, my good friend Tom, he's offered to come and get me, but otherwise my missus drops me off at his place, or I pick him up. We'll alternate.
Now, how far are you away? How far are you away from Tom?
20 minutes. 20 minutes from Tom. So.
Is it more towards John TM or away from?
Yeah. So I'm further. I'm further away. I'm further east than Tom is. So Tom is halfway between me and John TM. Basically, okay. Exactly halfway, I would say. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what are we doing? Dirty old man. Everybody's saying. Let's see. One good thing. You get free dinners because of Afghan war. Let's see, Veterans Day 2000. Time sure.
Yeah. It's a very somber day, Jake. I mean, and thankfully, I mean, it's not lost on the current generation. I mean, school kids get out there. There's not many veterans left that fought in those wars, and unfortunately, a real blight on Australian history is Vietnam vets. When they first returned, we're not marching. We're shunned by the old World War I, World War II diggers, and it was a real shame. And
it's the same thing in the U.S.
Same in the U.S.
Spit on,
but now I'm proud to say that they are recognised when they walk down major streets in major cities, and Anzac Day is celebrated in small regional towns and small.
Yeah, I want to say it's been probably, and I'm guessing, over 30 years, I think, since things changed that way. But in the beginning, it was horrible.
Yep.
But
12 degrees. Bet you're missing it. 27 degrees here, and apparently it's a bit wet too, Dowlo. So basically the whole of Australia. I saw some footage where it was absolutely peeing down over Ayers Rock and the Olgas.
Who we're missing is Brock. And Brock tells me, I send all these things here that the government of Australia says everybody can leave and do this and that. And then I sent it to Brock, and Brock sent me back, nope, that's the federal government. That's not the local. We can't go anywhere. I go, what the hell are they doing?
Let me tell you a secret. Brock does not live in Australia.
No.
Where he lives is not part of Australia. It might share part of Australia's name being Western Australia, but Western Australia is a completely different country. They've got their own time zone. They're 3 hours away by time from Melbourne and Sydney. We don't recognise them. They're 5,000, 6,000 kilometres away. It's another part of the world over there.
Some of the stuff that I've seen that coming up is that they're saying they're going to open stuff up, but he said that's the federal, not for him. But it's good news for some people, I would imagine. Let's see, what is this?
Well, I mean, I know Andy's having trouble getting direct flights out of Melbourne, so I know Andy's thinking about coming via Singapore. I think it's still like, I'd encourage everybody to come. Oh, he's there. Whoops. I'm in trouble now. Oh, he's there.
He's lurking. Yeah, Jake, I don't know. I was big. I had a lot of friends that came back that were screwed up, and it was all they needed to push them over the edge to get spit on, walking down the street and something like that. So
it was a shameful period in Australia's history. I mean, these guys
was in the US too. The same thing.
These guys didn't have a choice. These guys either went to jail. My boss was one of them, who was a conscript, and I worked with a couple of Vietnam vets that were conscripts. They didn't have a choice.
No, that's the way
choice. You can go to jail or you can go to war.
It was weird because it was such a gung ho thing to do in the U.S. in the late '60s or mid '60s to actually volunteer. I'd say that 90% of my friends went in the Marine Corps. Wanted to just be the they wanted to kill people, and they were the perfect people for the job. And like I said, my biggest problem with anything, whatever country it is, you can't train somebody to kill people, and then when they get short and it's their time is, oh, okay, here you go, and plop, you just plop them back into the U.S. No kind of transitional period, no kind of just getting rid of all that crap that they put in your head, and expect them to be normal. Now you throw into the mix that, first of all, they came back. 50% of my friends came back with hepatitis. They were always all big guys, 6'3", 6'4", 280 pounds. They come back 175 pounds, yellow with hepatitis, getting spit on. That's why 50% of them killed themselves. They said, this ain't worth it. I'm done.
Hey,
so
I'd like to know now, who's the biggest moderator on the internet? Is it Brock or is it Mitch? There's a question.
Close one. That's a close one.
It's a close one. I mean,
Brock doesn't have anything going for him right now because he's saying he's taking the morning off. Is that what it is? What's the deal here?
He's back from the real world. Good morning, Brock.
Let's see what did.
I'm going to get trolled hard. I'm going to get trolled hard by Brock now.
Who answered the call in Southeast Asia? Great news. Those nightmares. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was a horrible time, man. That's why I say it's really hard for me to get. I want to go with Robert Mack because his wife is Vietnamese. It's hard for me to want to go to Vietnam. Yeah. Just in my mind and everything else, it just is a bad taste in my mouth. But it's a different time. It's a different everything. I do want to see it, so I'm going to go and see it. But it was a horrible time.
Dowlo, it's a very emotional song. That one came out in the late 70s, early 80s or something. I can't.
I was only 19.
The name, Goanna. If you type the band Goanna, and I was only 19. Goanna was the name, an iconic Australian band with an iconic Australian name, Goanna. Our version of the great big water monitors, but they don't live in water; they live up trees.
I heard it's supposed to be nice.
Kick-ass lizards. So,
hey, Ty Britt.
Oh, Red Gum. Hey, my God, you're right. Dowlo. Where'd I get going?
How you doing, Ty Britt abroad? You were the one on Richard's channel last week, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by, man.
Appreciate it. I've started watching your videos, my friend. I'm enjoying them. Well done.
Yeah,
Power to you. Yeah, bring Brock on. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna say adios. Bring Brock on. Give him the right of give him his retort. Give him the right of reply.
There you go. There's the link.
It's only fair.
Nifty Nigel. I don't know if I've seen you before. How you doing? Welcome
Nifty
to
Nigel.
The channel.
Red Gum was the band, not Goanna. Thanks, Nifty. Where did I get Goanna from? I don't know. They were a band, yeah? They were a band.
Waiting for the next video. Yeah, I think I really like it. And now next, Richard was on earlier, and I guess it's retired. What's the name of the guy that's coming on here? I think he's got like 80,000 subs.
Retired and working for you.
For you, yeah.
It's like 150,000, 160,000 or something.
Yeah, everything's good on this end so far. Anyway, we'll see what happens.
Have you got Brock on? I better let him. I better sit here while he pays out on me.
Are you want to go off on Mark?
All right, Brock. Give it to me. Give it to me. You get the first one for free, my friend. Free ones for free.
Actually, you're in a good position, Mark. Hang on a sec. Get my hand in the right place.
You're up to
Feels like I've had another PCR test.
Oh, crap. Well, thanks for coming on, Mark. I really appreciate it, brother. And you have a good day. Hopefully see you soon.
Yeah.
I'll try to get there. I'll try to.
I've been told. All right. Bye, everybody.
See you. Bye, brother. There we go. Let's see. What's up? You had been out this morning, Brock?
Yeah, I decided to get out of the house and smell the fresh diesel on the roads and do a bit of shopping.
Cool. You get everything you needed? Wife gonna make meatballs or no?
No, she just made some meatballs and sold them.
Did she?
Yep.
Wow. I'm gonna have to have some of that. Well, you're gonna be coming here as soon as they lighten everything up, so I'm sure I'm gonna meet up with you soon. I hope
Yep.
anyway. Hey
No.
Joe.
cô bạc của con chọn
Okay.
มึงจะท็อปจะแบกไหม
Yes.
Think it's the same as Thailand tip. Vietnam before Vietnam is the same as Thailand. I think from what I've seen as far as rice paddies and stuff like that, I think they have a lot of nice coastline too. But I'd like to see. I'm going to go. I want to go with somebody that has been there, and that would be Robert Mack, who has invited both me. I think he invited Mitch too, because it's so much nicer to go somewhere with somebody that knows, because knows what's happening there now, where's the places to go, that type of thing. And I'm going to take my wife with me too, so we'll go spend probably a 4-day long weekend type deal. Mr. Mitch is what? Mr. Mitch is not just he's a what is he? He's a is he a super no, what was he said? What was he called? A God, I forget now. Let's see what happens when you get old. He was just a moderator, but then he was a famous
Yes,
moderator. Yeah, he's on top of the world, Ma. But let's see, Mark. See you soon. Everybody's saying goodbye to Mark. Haircut right now. Right, Brock?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can she send meatballs to me in Surin?
Yeah, okay. I'll put them in the fax machine and send them through, Dave.
That sounds good to me. I love meatballs. Yeah, I love the place to visit. Yeah, I think so, Covis. I want to go see it. I want to go see all the other ones. And again, here I am procrastinating. I've only got one page in that freaking in my passport, so I'm not going to be able to go anywhere. And they're going to use that up when they do my when they renew my retirement visa. And I would rather them renew my retirement visa in my new passport. So I've got to get it done. It's only a couple pieces of paperwork. I've already got the pictures that I need. I just need to do it.
Get off your bum, otherwise I'll be finger the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Andy likes it too, but about a week, huh? And it could be, like I said, I'm kind of the guys, people that watch the channel know I'm kind of limited. It's not like I'm Chuck or Chocolate Man or that have girlfriends or wives that don't work, or that can go at least on vacation. She can, but she's only gets 3 weeks a year, I think. And right now she's trying to. We do need to spend some of it because we didn't go anyplace because of the virus. But so I'm kind of limited on the time that I can go. I can go by myself to a lot of places, but when I'm doing something like that, or to Laos or any other place out of Thailand, I want her to go, and will probably be 4 or 5 days. But inside, I as long as I'm going, like if I plan this trip to Rayong, it'll be Monday to Friday. So I'll actually be there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days. And it should be, even if I take my time going across, I should be able to do it in 1 day. It says 6.5 hours on the mileage, for the kilometers that it is. Beach surfing. Yeah, there was actually. Yeah, there was in the movie. Yeah, there was. I'm sure somebody.
China Beach.
Yeah.
China Beach was called.
Yeah. Come over, have plenty of room. Yeah, see, the dirty old man's offering you a place to stay. Go solo. Meet up with Robert. Yeah. I don't know. When Robert was talking the last time that I talked to him, it was sounding like maybe his wife didn't want to go. So I don't know what's going on, whether they're going to come together or he's going to come by himself. If he does come by himself, I might think about going to Vietnam for a longer period, or maybe fly there, have my wife fly back, and maybe stay a couple extra days. I don't know. I'll have to see. Got to run. All right, Mitch, take it easy. I'm going to go here pretty soon anyway. It's an hour.
The wombat and
Yeah, that's true. That's
Zero
true.
bar.
Yeah, because it's an hour and 36 minutes anyway. Got enough time. If the trip to Long is too long, you can always stop. Yeah, and pitch a tent. Yeah, exactly. I won't do that, but I will just stop and get a hotel room. They're so cheap now. I mean, I was looking at some stuff in John TM in a condo building, a bachelor place in a newer building. I mean, it looked nice. I'm sure it wasn't the top. 250 baht a night. I was like, wow, So anyway, but I'm not going to go there. I want to go to Rayon, I think. There he is. Brock's a celebrity mod. There he is. Richard's back. He's come back he's come back to see the outro. That's why he's back. He wants to make sure he catches the outro. All right, let's see what.
If you're talking about this, where's the bloody fingers pointing?
There you go.
Talk about that pipe there, Richard. That's the chimney for the wood fire. So there's no dancing on that.
Let's see. You still need to be careful in members area. If you two don't agree with your politics, they will attack you. Yeah, just some place that I don't. I just, for my kids, my son or my grandkids and stuff like that, I might be a little bit more open to some stuff in that I've done or whatever that I'm not necessarily want my grandkids to hear. So I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just have member areas and talk, because I think you can do it for like what 90. I think the cheapest that you can make them is like 99 cents or something. I don't know. Maybe less. It isn't for the money. Like I said, my wife's going to take every dime and give it to the people, and I'll make sure that she does. Let's see, Mr. Mitch. Check out
963 seats. 963 now.
963. Wow.
27 to go.
Yeah, it'll get there. Probably.
Sorry,
I think it's. So go ahead. What did you say, Brock?
I just forgot to say good morning to Tip and Dirty Old Man and Dowlow and Richard, of course.
Richard's here to see the outro. He wants to applaud his own work.
He was probably waiting for me to go.
Yeah, it could be. Let's see, YouTube. And Richard, you just missed your buddy from last week that was on your show. He came in for a little while, which was nice. Nice to see him.
I'll take your number then, Jake.
I was watching. Okay. Richard was a 10-year video. Hi, Al. Okay. So anyway, let's see. God, we have 20 people in the room. So maybe I can rap for a little while longer. You never know. I'm seeing Gator's saying he's seeing 968.
Yeah, I'll accept his number.
Yeah, I showed 967, so I don't know. Mine doesn't update though during the live streams. I don't know why. That was nice. People are still joining. A lot of that I have to credit to Richard and let me on his doing his vlogger news. I really appreciate that, Richard. You know that. Let's see. Now my mother-in-law has brought me lamu, which I can smell from here. So now I'm hungry. But Dirty Old Man says 967. Sounds about right. It floats back and forth, but for the 28-day period, it's almost 300 subs. In the last 28 days on my analytic thing or whatever it is that I don't know how to read. But now he's saying he refreshed and it went down to 963. So it must have run off a few. Yeah. It goes up and down like that, and then 20 minutes from now it'll be back up. Whenever I go on, it changes, but it don't matter as long as it gets to 1,000. Then I'm happy. I'm done. Let's see. Greg said he's showing that too. Don't matter, whatever it is. If you can stay up till midnight, you should come on Saturday for breaking the 1K. Yeah, I can do that. I can stay up late enough to do that. And I think it probably will by then be damn close. Because before somebody had asked me, okay, are you going to hit 1,000 subs, or are you going to be moved into your house, which is going to come first? So we know that the 1,000's probably going to come way before. But I'd be more than happy to pop on. You bet. You're the man that basically did it. When I joined, there was less than 100. Yeah, I know. It was a long time ago, wasn't it? Wasn't that long ago. And I don't know how long it takes some people to reach 1,000. It's going to be, from when I actually did it, it's going to be about maybe a year, a little bit less than a year. I saw Baldy here. Did he leave? I saw Baldy was here. Did I say hello? I'm bad. He's saying that he's showing 963 projected 1K by Saturday. I think it's probably pretty close, Richard. You're probably pretty close. Okay, I think Richard really wants to see the outro, and my mother-in-law's Lamu is smelling really good. So I think what I'm going to do, Randy, Download, Gator, Richard, Dirty Old Man, Greg, Brock, Al, everybody that's here, I really appreciate it. And I will get over here to the right one. And where's the outro? Here it is. Anyway, I will catch you guys on the next one.